Right guys, Steve TLA for Northern Wilderness. There's Ian Colthard behind us from Hikers Hall of Survival, chopping a bit of wood up at base camp. Get a few YouTube boards around here these days. Anyway, pretty much I just thought I'd show you what I bring in my pack for 24 hours. This is basically what I would bring with me if I'm staying in the woods. I mean, our woods are not very far from major shops, things like that, if I need to go somewhere. So yeah, anyway, this is what I've got. Pretty much I've got my waterproof bag in here. This fits inside my LK35 sack, so does the water and everything else. And inside of here, some of the things I might bring with me. Peanuts, bag of peanuts there, it's a small amount there, just basic energy food really for stuff I do need. I have pre-packed, these ones are chorizo style sausages, high in like fats and things like that, and oils and stuff like that, things that's good for burning when I'm in the forest. This is pretty bad, but sugar-free, and sugar-free is not great because the sugar in this, even though there's no sugar, it just goes straight to the fat cells and makes you twice as fat. But like I said, I don't pick up coffee, I don't drink coffee and tea, so that's my morning pick-up. There's many other jerkies on the market that you can choose from, but this is beef jerky. This one here is the honey barbecue, and I'll show you why in a moment because I actually make a meal out of most of the stuff I've got inside of here. For like a snack and stuff like that, if I want snack foods, I have pork rinds, which is like pork fat or whatever, but what I do is I've also got inside of here, I'm not endorsing any of these kind of things, but this is just what I like to use. I just went to Tesco's and grabbed a few bits. This one is Quorno, tomato and basil, Uncle Ben's, 2 minutes, and it's microwavable. And what I do is I just put this in just as it is inside boiling water inside my billy can, and I boil this for the 2 minutes. I'll open up the top, empty half a bag of one of the beef jerky inside it, and that'll be honey beef with tomato and basil, which would be quite nice. And then for my other meal, got back at one, I've got 3-bean chili. Again, there you go, 3-bean chili, 2 minutes, exact same thing. And because this is a Mexican 3-bean chili to whole grain, I mix this with chorizo sausages, which are really nice. Just because you're in the woods, there's no reason you can't have a nice food to enjoy. The other things I've got inside of here for breakfast is my ultra simple cup of soup porridge thing. They're pretty handy. And then I've got my usual pack with little bits like Trek bars, or these are actually, I eat a lot of organic food and stuff like that, and these ones are Wild Trail Cocoa, which is real fruit. Well, let me see them, they're 99p on Tesco's when I bought these. But really, all in all, it's just my cooking stuff inside there now, which I'll show in a moment. But all in all, for 24 hours in the woods, these cost me £1.99 for 6 packets, I believe, you know what I mean, but say 25p for that. These were 99p each, so that's £2. These were 99p, so that's £3. This one was £1.50, I believe, for this stuff in Tesco's, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.75, 4.75, for £5.25, £5.25. There's not even a full bag of peanuts there, just a handful of grabs or whatever that was, and a Red Bull. I buy the multi-packs or God knows what. But realistically, just for this, and probably the water, I probably spent about £6 for 24 hours versus that of a ration pack really. But I've got much more choice. I like the stuff that's inside it. It's much more, it's better flavour. It works just the same, and I save an absolute fortune by not using the ration packs. But each to their own. If you want to use rations, go for it. You know, do what you feel best. But yeah, I quite like what I get for the value. But you don't have to necessarily eat this. Sometimes I'll use pot noodles and stuff like that. They're not, this food in the day is not healthy food, it's not great food, but when you're in the woods, you're chopping up a lot of wood, you're out working, you're hiking, you're walking. This is kind of go-to good energy burning foods. I'm not a big fan of potatoes. One, I'm diabetic, so I'll be kind of careful. Obviously I've got to be careful with the fats and things as well, but potatoes and things like that, if you're into that, use your veggies. Sometimes if I'm out a long time, I'll make some lovely stews and stuff like that, but I do like my food a little bit spicy, so I do like eating like chorizo and stuff like that, chorizo, and I like Mexican foods and cowboy bean meals and things like that. So pretty much that's the food bits covered, so let's move it to one side. Inside of here, obviously, inside here I've got options, other bits in here I've got options, drinks, hot chocolate. For breakfast, this one is white chocolate flavour, and there we go. I think they're about 25p, 30p a bag or something. I think you might have seen any more of the videos, you might have seen what's inside my pot. It's my bag to keep the rest of my kit from getting black. This is the billy can. I believe this is the, not the 10, I think it's a 12, I think there's a smaller version of this. But there's the lid. Inside of here, There's a camp kitchen. This here is the Sea to Summit 5 litre. This one's quite expensive, I think it's about 20 quid, but you can pick these up for like £5. Bowl, obviously, makes sense. More hot chocolates inside of here, Whisper hot chocolates. Inside of here, salt and pepper, dishcloth, or tea towel, sorry, sponge, abrasive sponge, washing up liquid, mini fishing kit, fire lighting kit and stuff inside of there, and that's my pot of boil, all my stuff in. So yeah, that's all I really bring with me. It's not a great deal of stuff, and I can actually last out here quite a while with just these bits. It's mainly the food that you've got to carry with you, but if I've got to carry quite a lot of food, I will break it down into smaller things like pot noodles, a lot of dry food out there in the wild. I'll have quite a bit, like I said, pot noodles, things like that. That's a lot easier to eat when you're out and about. I like getting the pepperoni sticks, chop them up, pot noodle, beef and tomato pot noodle, nice bit of spicy pepperoni in there, bang, absolute king of food. Many different uses, but one thing I don't do is bring them in like the pots that come in. I take them out at home and I put them in a Ziploc food bag, squash them down, and I've actually got 24 pot noodles once in a tiny little pack. It was literally about this big, by about that. It was such a small thing, but 24 pot noodles, and then I had like 3 or 4 packets of salami sticks with me. Oh, I was so sick of eating pot noodle and so much salt in it, it's unreal. But if you are in the wild, they are go-to food. If you can't catch anything while you're out hunting, not saying you have to hunt, but if you're out hunting and you didn't get anything to eat, at least you've got a good substantial food to go back on. Anyway, that's that. I've got a bit of water with me for cooking with and stuff like that. I've actually got this, which is 1.5 litres, and the reason I like the Highland Spring is because they don't add any added fluoride and stuff to it. It's just all natural fluorides, where a lot of council pop water comes out your taps has got added fluorides and stuff to it, which is a leading cause of cancer and things like that. So I'm very cautious about what I do put in my body. Seeing that, I do put Red Bull in it, I also put pot noodles in it, but not all the time, just when I'm in the wild. But something to think about really, what you do put in your stomach. It's only us that affects at the end of the day. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to head off and cook some tea. Right, so basically I've just put my food in the pot. Simple really recipe, Uncle Ben's rice. I'm going to add some of this Wild West beef jerky stuff to it and see what it's like really. So it's just a couple of quick meal. I think it takes about 2 minutes for it to boil up once the water's boiling, and then add some of this, and I think you leave it to stand again for another 2 minutes inside the water. Obviously leave it in the packet, and yeah, it looks pretty good. But this is what's happening. So it's got the basic pot hanger on there. If you have a look how this suspension works, it's really simple. You've probably seen 1,000 times any kind of rear books. Upside down Y hammered into the floor, piece of green wood coming into another Y, extended all the way up. At the very end it has a flat piece notched out, flat piece on here, and then has a little hole notched in. As you can see, the different points down this stick and a hook on the end, and that's what you just put your pot on. As you can see, there's the billy can. It's just in the flames there. I'll let that boil through, and we'll see what the food turns out like next. Right, as you can see, I don't know if you can see this, I'll try and zoom in a little bit, but you can tell it's coming to the boil right now because it should be bouncing and dancing. It's not my dodgy camera work, I don't know if you can see that, but it actually has getting a bit of a bounce going on it. There we go. So that's let me know now it's boiled. So the rice and everything should be pretty much good, done all the way through. So next we'll have a look inside and see what it's like. So I've just took the bag out, and that's the bag. I don't know if you can see inside here, it's getting a bit dark now. I'm going to get this to work. There we go. So you can see the jerky inside there. Ooh, steamed up a little bit there, guys. Let's move it back a moment. There we go, just let it settle. But yeah, that's it anyway, it's all cooked. So that's all I do now. So I'm not having to, I'm not having to dirty the pot, spit a little bit in there, but that'll just swill out. It's water, and I'll just eat straight out the bag like that. I'll have one dirty spoon, so limited clean up, limited water usage, small amount there, and if I want, I could take the bits out of that if I wanted to use it for brew or something like that, but I did spill a couple bits in there. But that's it really, pretty straightforward, small billy can, quick thing of rice, add some meat to it, you've got yourself a pretty decent food source.